Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Dynamo video. This one, we're talking NFL preseason. Again, for NFL preseason, hard to predict how much these players are going to play. CJ Stroud went out there, got hit a couple times. They pulled him. He threw 4 passes. So I know a ton of people throughout the industry were on his over of 62 and a half. Obviously didn't hit. He ended with like 13 yards or something. But I think 3 of our 5 picks did hit out of that. So if you tailed any of the 3 of 5, you were pretty good. And as always, do your own research on any of these picks in any of these videos that we put out, or for a matter of fact, that anyone puts out on the internet. But for Friday, we have a ton of games to get into, so let's get into it. Also, join up in the Discord for free. The free Discord will be pinned down below in a comment. Also in the description here, you can see a ton of people are posting their picks for NFL today. Had a big win yesterday in NFL over here, and people are just talking all about NFL as well as MLB, WNBA, everything else we got going on. Also, if you want to try out the VIP of the Dynamo Discord, where we have 10 plus cappers giving out their picks in the private channels, we're still running our 4-day special. That'll be linked down below as well. Now let's get into these picks. So essentially what we need to figure out here, especially for quarterbacks, is how much these players are going to play. And obviously we were wrong on CJ Stroud. He didn't play that much. But one guy that we know is not going to play that much, because the head coach actually came out and said it, is Russell Wilson. So I'm taking him on the under. He needs 66 yards, which obviously is not that much. But Sean Payton literally was quoted as saying that Denver's first stringers are going to play between 15 and 18 snaps. So that could be one drive. It's possible to have a 15-play drive. Not very likely, but this looks like maybe 2 or 3 drives for Russell Wilson. I think they play it safe. If he has one good drive out of 2, they'll shut him down. So I'm thinking the under for Russell Wilson. Also, last year Russell Wilson was pretty bad. Unless he took a massive jump from the end of the season to the beginning here. 219 yards, 184, 237, 188, 142, 189, 214. He had some terrible games for an entire game, and he's expected to play, 2 series. So unless he hits, kind of gets lucky on a deep shot here, I don't think he's going to hit that in like 2 drives essentially. So that's why I'm personally liking Russell Wilson on the under here. The next quarterback that I'm actually liking is going to be the former Broncos quarterback, Trevor Simeon, who's now the Bengals' top backup option, along with Jake Browning. From what we've been hearing here is that they have a quarterback battle between Simeon and Browning, like I just said. They still haven't announced who's going to start this game, but I think they're both going to play a lot. They really want to figure out who the main backup is. They don't know right now. I think they're leaning towards Simeon based on some articles I've read here, but I think they're going to play a lot, and either Simeon or Browning is going to play a lot. I think from what I've been reading is that Simeon's going to start and play more, kind of like what we saw yesterday. Drew Lock, we thought that he might play less than a full half, at most a full half, but he went first full half into the third quarter. We could be seeing that from Simeon here. They do have Browning and another quarterback as well on the roster, though, so I think he could play at most full first half, at worst a quarter or more. But his line is pretty low if he's playing a full quarter or more, and I expect him to play more than a full quarter, so I'm going to go in the over. Obviously, he's in a great offense here in Cincinnati. Cincinnati said they're not playing any of their starters. They're playing Green Bay, a team kind of on the decline here. I think that Simeon could be in a good spot here. Pretty low yardage. I think he's going to play a lot in a good offense. I'm going to take the over. And then what I'm going to do is stack Trevor Simeon with a receiver. And the only 2 Bengals receivers on here are Trenton Irwin and Stanley Morgan. Stanley Morgan sounds like a bank, but anyways, he is a only special teams player. So he's been on the team since 2019. Did some research into him. He strictly plays special teams. He has like single-digit catches in his career. I think they want to display him a little bit to see if you're going to hold him as, the sixth wide receiver on the team. They want to make sure if they have some serious injuries that he can actually play receiver, not just special teams. But Trenton Irwin is a guy that's also fighting for that sixth spot, and he played last year. He was decent. He actually played in the playoffs too. You could see 2 targets in each playoff game last year, had 4 targets in 3 games here. Played sparingly during the regular season, but in the preseason, I think they're going to feature him heavily, see if he can really be a receiver that they want to keep on this team that can actually play receiver, not just special teams. So I'm liking Irwin. His prop's pretty low at 21.5. I think he'll play with Simeon and hit a couple passes to Irwin here. So I like stacking that. And very important to stack, obviously, with NFL quarterback receiver or quarterback tight end. The next one I'm going to here is going to be John Kelly, over on his rushing yards, 24.5. We're over here on OddsJam. If you haven't checked out OddsJam, you can use code Dynamo, get 25% off. This is just one of their tools, but this one's really cool. It clearly shows you other sports books and what their lines are at. So Underdog has them at 26.5, while Prizepicks here has them at 24.5. In the Hall of Fame game, we already have some stats from him from preseason because he played in that game. He had 42 rushing yards, got 10 carries, even had some catches. They featured him a lot. I think they're going to do that again in this game. If he's getting 10 carries, he literally needs 2.5 yards per carry, which is nothing. So I'm liking Kelly on this line. We're going to come over here, lock that pick in. And if you do want to check OddsJam out, they do have all sports. They got WNBA. It's actually their top pick of the day. They have MLB as well, and you can compare it to a ton of these sports books you can see over here. And their lines, that's how they come up with the best chance to hit. So it's a really good tool for making your slips on Prizepicks or Underdog or Thrive Fantasy or anything. Check it out with the link down below and code Dynamo for 25% off. All right, my last pick here, I want to go with a guy that I really believe is going to play a lot, and that's going to be River Craycraft. He's an underrated receiver on Miami. Miami, I doubt, is going to play Tyreek Hill. Jalen Waddle's a little banged up. He's definitely not going to play. So, also doesn't sound like a lot of their starters are going to play. Craycraft here was a decent producer for them last year. He's a good receiver, solid receiver. Not going to be a huge deep threat, but we really just need him to catch, 2 10-yard passes here. That's kind of his role, across the middle, catch a slant. I think he can do it. I think he's going to play a lot. Miami, a heavy passing offense. They have Mike White as the quarterback, who is a good quarterback, and is going to throw the ball downfield in this passing offense similar to Tua. I think Craycraft is going to smash here. I like him as the last pick. All right, so if you guys enjoyed this, get over here in the Discord for free. As you can see, people are talking in the NFL section, but we also cover all sports in here. So get in the Discord for free. Or if you want to check out the VIP of the Discord, we're doing that special $6.99 for the 4-day special. And you can see people have been winning big. This is a 6-slip hit, another 3-slip hit, 4-pick hit, another 6er. These are all just from yesterday. A couple slips hit here for Ghost Demon, who's in the VIP by the yellow denomination here. So definitely check it out. That'll be linked down below as well. Now just a quick recap of our picks. We have a River Craycraft over on his yards. I think he's going to play a lot in a good passing offense with a good backup quarterback thrown to him. John Kelly, 42 rush yards, game 1, 10 carries. I think that's a safe one. Trenton Irwin paired with Simeon. I think Simeon's going to play a lot. Irwin battling for a spot. I think can hit this. Wilson, like they said, he could only play 15 snaps, which is like 2 possessions. I mean, I guess it's the Broncos. It could be like 4 possessions because they go 3 and out a lot. But regardless, 15 snaps to get 66 yards seems like a lot for Wilson here. So those are going to be my 5 picks. If you guys enjoyed this one, consider joining up in the VIP 4-day special. But definitely get in the free Discord over here. People winning, talking about all sports.